Hey guys, today we're going to look into maximizing the damage of your Fire Elemental Totem with the help of snapshotting, and we're going to look into how it's done and what's the math behind it. So let's jump right in. So the way Fire Elemental works is it scales off your spell power, but it's not dynamic. It snapshots your spell power the moment you place the totem down. So what that means is you can inflate your spell power during that time with like potions, wild magic potion, trinket procs, flasks even. So you can inflate your spell power just before you drop your Fire Elemental Totem, and this way for the whole duration of its 2 minutes it'll scale off that initial spell power you had. And since shamans get 30% spell power from their attack power, we want to fish for a berserk proc and a mirror of truth proc just before we put the totem down. So you probably want to set up some weak auras to keep track of your berserk and mirror of truth proc. Unfortunately, when you pre-put your wild magic potion, you obviously just have a 20-second window for all 3 buffs to line up to place your Fire Elemental Totem down. So there's a little bit of RNG there, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? So here's a clip where it's working out pretty well for me. You can see I popped the potion of wild magic just before we pulled, so I can use the speed potion later on in the fight, and once I got my berserk and mirror of truth proc, I'll put the Fire Elemental Totem down straight away for the big snapshot. Cool, now that we got the how to do it out of the way, let's have a look into why we're doing it, e.g. what's the DPS difference and what's the math behind it. So on the top screen you see the Fire Elemental Totem without any snapshots, and on the bottom screen I got the Fire Elemental out with full snapshots. That means Mirror of Truth, Berserk and Wild Magic Potion. So altogether that is 566 additional spell power you gain, and that equals to a 500 DPS increase over the entire 2 minutes your Fire Elemental Totem is down. So pretty good. Cool, so just a few closing thoughts in the end of the video. We've seen with our Mirror of Truth proc, Berserk King proc and Wild Magic Potion we can generate 566 spell power. That equals to around 500 DPS for a duration of a 2-minute fight, which is pretty much every relevant fight in phase 1, I guess. So I obviously need to mention Dying Curse as well, which on proc chance grants a 765 spell power addition, which, now that we've seen the math, is obviously pretty huge for Enhance, and I kinda doubt there's another class, to be honest, in the game that gets such a big DPS increase from Dying Curse alone. So I just thought I'll mention that as well. Also, obviously right now our Fire Elemental Totem is on a 10-minute cooldown that unfortunately doesn't reset after a boss kill or wipe, so that's a bit annoying, but we can substitute that with a glyph. We have a glyph that brings the cooldown down to 5 minutes. I use that on pretty much every run. It's just a convenience thing, I guess. You obviously can swap glyphs between bosses. If there's like some specific bosses you wanna pass on this week, that probably makes sense, but overall Fire Elemental Totem is probably the easiest and safest bet. And that's everything I want to talk about today. I hope you guys can take some learnings out of this video, and happy passing everybody. This video is over. Don't worry, there will be a new video, but this video is over.